Stossel Matter segment tonight. As we have reported, it is likely that Congress will try to ban assault weapons in the USA.
The assault weapon is developed for military purposes to kill in close combat. And it doesn't belong in the streets of our cities. And it doesn't belong where it can be picked up easily by a grievance killer who can walk into a workplace, a mall, a theater, and now an elementary school and kill large numbers.
Here now, Libertarian and Fox Business anchor John Stossel. So what do you think about the senator? What do you think about what she's saying?
I hate these politicians. I hate them making these promises. There ought to be a law. We can fix it. That's why I wrote, no, they can't. They can't fix this. And promising that this law will do it is just wrong. I mean,
shockingly, I agree with you that no matter what they do, as I said in the Talking Points memo, it's not going to stop this kind of mayhem. However, there is a responsibility on the part of elected officials like the senator, and by the way, I respect Senator Feinstein. I think she's a sincere woman, to try to get policy that does protect the public and children. They have a responsibility to try to get the best policy. Do you think anything should be done?
Well, we should have simple laws that the cops understand that make it hard for mentally ill people and dangerous felons to buy guns. But she's talking about banning assault weapons. Nobody can even agree. You're bringing the lawyers on to discuss what that even means. If it means semi-automatic weapons, that's most of the guns in America. They're not going to ban those. And it's been tried. They banned guns in England, Ireland, Jamaica. Crime went up.
Not in England, though. Their murder rate is very, very low as compared to ours. So is Australia and Canada's. Now, they have a whole different different culture, and we understand that. But in England, and I lived there for a year, gun crimes are taken very, very seriously there. Here, they're not taken that seriously. I think there should be a federal law. Any criminal using a gun, any criminal, should go into the federal system with mandatory prison sentences, 10 years or so. That takes the criminal element and makes it much harder for them. But I agree with you that law-abiding citizens do have the right to protect themselves. Yes. And that's what the left doesn't want. They want the government to have all the power and individuals to have no power. And that's why I'm not buying into this liberal agenda, because that's really dangerous. However, there has to be some kind of middle ground. Does anybody need an AR-15? Do we need that?
Well, I don't think we need that, but I mean, you say we can, you tell Krautheimer we can tighten up and maybe get the, I just don't think it's true. And
what about this? Because I have, you know me, I have specific things for everything. What about if you have an AR-15, you have to register with the FBI so that the FBI knows who has them, all right? And therefore, if there is an intrusion on the mental health level or they commit a felony, immediately that's in the database. I think that makes perfect sense.
Well, as I hear it, it makes perfect sense. But all these proposals do. We can't imagine the unintended consequences.
But would you oppose what I just said?
I would, because the CDC looked at 51 studies of gun control, and they wanted to find some pattern. They couldn't.
So you wouldn't even support if you have an semi-automatic
registering
weapon.
With the.
You wouldn't support that.
Then there'd be endless debate over what a semi-automatic weapon is.
Well, the FBI would define it. I mean,
it's semi-automatic is most of the 300 million guns that are out there.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. All right, there's Stossel, everybody. He'd be great at the OK Corral, Stossel. When we come right back, is it legal?